Hey, swata, 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 get hit! Boom!
You think the top brass want us out here as a goodwill effort? I kinda hope we'd be heading home.
Super Salon can give you my hairstyle.
Everyone wants to be expensive.
Hey.
Hmm?
Excuse me.
You need something?
Head on inside.
If something's on your mind, just let me know.
Thank you.
Nick.
It's
Time
like
to
I
hit
can
the
finally
road?
think straight.
You interested in traveling?
With you?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's some excitement at the end of the road.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullets.
Carla.
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
Let's see what you got.
Here's what I got.
Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? Gotta run a diagnostic. Whew. Thanks. What'd they miss? Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. What's it?
smug, you see?
Someone's coming. Wouldn't want it going to waste now, would we?
What's that?
Whoa, Krabby.
counter doing cartwheels too?
Around a workbench, are you?
Whatever it is.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I should.
Rise and shine.
What's the angle here? Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we
I
gotta
hope this
do
has
is-
something to do with our mission. With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Rather be off murdering a pint. This'll do. So where are we off to next?
these knuckleheads don't trust you now. Well, fuck them, right? I expect
You need anything else, Teddy?
You just don't quit. No, I don't need a damn thing. Take this. And, if you're inclined, socialize. It's your party after all.
Hey, Doc.
Dark days.
South Dance.
Lost another patient. Andre. It never gets easy. Please tell me you're feeling well at least. What? What? You say something? Certain medical conditions can cause loss of time like this. Sadly, I ain't got nothing better to do than to wait on you. Certain medical conditions can cause loss of time like this. Sadly, I ain't got nothing better to do than to wait on you. What? What? You say something? Certain medical conditions can cause loss of time like this. What? What? You say something? Sadly, I ain't got nothing better to do than to wait on you. Sadly, I ain't got nothing better to do than to wait on you. What? What? You say something? Certain medical conditions can cause...
I need your medical services.
Well,
Actually, never mind, Doc.
what? Oh, you're leaving.
I hope the harbor's being good to you. At this point, I'd settle if folks were just plain civil.
What's the history of this place?
Well, this whole dock used to belong to the Mariner, when the fog started getting thicker. Family by family, homestead by homestead, people were kicked out of their homes inland. The Mariner was kind enough to let people stay. The harbor just kind of grew out of that charity.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy Wright's in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the Last Plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And lastly, well, if you need a gun, see Alan Lee. It's never easy to ask anyone on this island for help, much less a stranger. But I've got a responsibility to these people, and I have a job for you, if you're up for it. Besides, I know you're tougher than you look.
What exactly do you need help with?
We get our drinking water from a purifier not far outside of town. We had a bad... I sent Howard Dunbar out to fix them. He was out there when the Mirelurks hit us, and I'm afraid they might have got him, too. I was hoping you might go have a look. If the worst happened, maybe you could get those fog condensers back online. If you're up to it, just head south out of town. It's paying work, of course. I wouldn't ask a stranger to stick their neck out on our behalf, unless I was willing to pay a fair share for it. Well, I do have work, you know. So, you were saying?
What exactly are these fog condensers? How do they work?
Well, I'm no engineer, but the way it was explained to me, each fog condenser pulls in the air around it and then the point being, the fog doesn't get past them. They make a barrier that protects the town. No fog means that all the nasty things living in it stay in it. They don't venture out too often. The fog's their home, I guess. The fog condensers eat up a lot of power, but we've got a wind farm that takes care of that. As long as the turbines stay...
Uh-huh. Am I gonna need any tools or parts if I have to make these repairs on my own?
The fog condensers need their power modules replaced, but Howard took the only spares we had. Either way, you're gonna have to find him first.
All right, I'll head out.
Good. Our water supply won't last much longer.
underestimate those trappers by the Azalea.
The MS Azalea is good to go.
I'll send the work crew over. Listen, I haven't told no one except the doc about my condition. If your offer of help is still up, I'm thinking of casting off once the hull's done. Slip out in the middle of the night. But as much as these ingrates drive me to distraction, for the life of me,
It's a big decision. I'm sure if you listen to your heart, you'll know what to do.
when you're staring at this certainty of end of days. Clarity. Well, I haven't found it yet. Guess I'll keep looking for it. Off with you now. I've work to do. Single-handedly, you wiped out all those trackers. Single-handedly, you wiped out all those trackers. Single-handedly, you wiped out all those trackers. Single-handedly, you wiped out... all those trackers.
Mariner.
Single-handedly, you wiped out all those trackers.
Don't let the island catch you off guard. Bye, my friend.
Looks like Howard didn't make it. I'll have to repair the fog condensers myself.
Sorry, folks, won't be chewing on us. of people out here. Use a hand.
Guns, and more guns. Guns, ammo, and souvenirs. Get them while they're in stock. You ain't armed. You ain't long for this world. Buy my guns now. Guns, guns, and more guns.
You need it? Bait shop's got it.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannons.
Food. Stim packs. Fully stocked.
Guns, ammo, and souvenirs. Get them while they're in stock.
Front, dock and back. Bait shop.
Mainlander, I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of Bradford. Hull's got plenty of...
How are you doing? Are you feeling well?
For the love of... This is why I didn't want to tell no one. I ain't some porcelain doll, Mainlander. I plan on going down fighting. So can we talk about the damn job?
Has a queen ever attacked here?
Well, not yet. But I'm telling you, the island's bubbling over with menace. Only a matter of time, I reckon. Sure. I have all the time in the world. You one of those narcoleptics? You ain't big on conversation, are you? You ain't big on conversation, are you? Sure. I have all the time in the world.
I'd like to help if I can.
I had a feeling I could count on you. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. But the bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid are other Mirelurks. The Mirelurks on our islands have carapaces that are extra tough. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able. You one of those narcoleptics? You ain't big on conversation, are you?
Where's a good hunting spot for Mirelurks?
Crabs are crawling all over the island along the coast, but you might want to check around Haddock Cove.
Far Harbor really owes you for all this.
Yes and no. It's my dock people are squatting on, so I got a personal stake in it. Good luck.
Emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88.
You ain't on.
Authentication
You ain't
code
long
word.
for this world.
Gifted.
Why my guns?
Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning.
Food. Stim packs.
Available vault-type personnel are required to respond under the emergency protocol T-76. This signal will repeat.
You talked to Cassie Dalton? What happened to her family?
Those fog condensers are back online.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word. Impish.
Good. Our water supply was starting to get low. Wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out. Did you find Howard?
Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat.
Take your time.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any
So,
available
you were
Vault-Tec
saying?
personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat.
Take your time.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code
Is
word,
there a next of kin? If so, you should notify them.
I should never have let him go out there alone. Well, I said it was paying work. 200 caps should be enough.
Captain, nobody's gonna want to help you out unless you're prepared to pay a fair wage.
Well, I can't argue with that. I suppose I could spare a little more. I can give you 250 caps.
Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification.
Keeping everyone supplied with water is...
You drive a hard bargain, Mainlander. I'll give you 300 caps.
Is there anything else I can do to help?
Don't know if you've chatted up the Mariner, but she's always looking for help. I know Cassie Dalton was asking around, but, well, judge for yourself there.
Vault 88. Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol.
Thanks. Glad I can help you out.
That makes two of us. Now, here's your pay. I've got to start making arrangements for Howard. So I'll say goodbye.
This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat. This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat.
synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick, it can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ha! I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We need to get back to why we're here. Kasumi Nakano.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth? I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I'm not gonna tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory. In the Institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some neural process. That was every day for months. Strapped down. Operated on. And then I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours.
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or, I won't lie to you, there will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
I've heard enough. Where's Kasumi Nakano?
Of course. Kasumi is usually working down below. You can see her whenever you like. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Did you need anything else before you go?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else? Careful with your words. Admirable.
You should know. The Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them. You are from the Commonwealth, like Kasumi, yes? I'm sure you've had your own experiences with my kind.
Well, I know Nick, obviously.
Yes. Of course. What else can I do for you?
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel. We have plenty to say about synths. How dangerous they are.
We're not dangerous. Those who've used us, tried to replace humans with my kind, they're dangerous. All we want is to live in peace. On our own. See for yourself. Walk through Acadia. Talk to my people. We aren't a threat to anyone.
I don't suppose there's any way you and your people will surrender peacefully.
I appreciate that. I do. But judging by the reputation your leaders have, I doubt they would accept surrender even if I wanted to offer it. Even if they would take us prisoner, we can't live in cages ever again. If you want us, fine, but we'll fight for this. For Acadia's existence. Consider my offer. Just see what we're trying to accomplish here. What have you got to lose? Now, did you need anything else?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps not in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine.
Unspecified integrity.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week.
Are required
I'm
to
coming
respond
in. You
under
stay right there.
Emergency Protocol BT-76. This signal will repeat. This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, Impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault Tech personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol BT.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
Circuitry is completely fried.
This is an emergency broadcast.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
Authentication code word, Impish.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
Any available Vault Tech personnel are required to respond.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
Do you have any proof that you're actually a synth?
Little things. Dreams of waking up in a lab. Years I can't remember from when I was a kid. Not to mention how I never quite fit in back at home.
Kasumi, I think you're just confused. Everyone has doubts about who they are sometimes. It's part of life.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge. But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things. Track down answers. That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
What are you talking about?
Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them. And, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
You don't trust Dima? After you came all this way for him?
I didn't come to Acadia for him. I came here because this place offered answers. And now that I found a place I belong, I'd rather not lose it all if Dima is secretly planning to destroy everything.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. But it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
Step aside and let the master hacker show you how it's done.
If you're sure. Good luck. Once you have something, let me know.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
Vault 88. Authentication code word, image.